Greetings from beautiful city of ArcCorp. Qutatron here. And yeah, that was very quick. After a huge backlash regarding flight blades and components in the Pledge Store, CIG is starting to backtrack. And we already have a response. You probably know exactly what I think about all of this drama. And if not, feel free to check out the previous video. Today I will comment on CIG's response from a PR perspective, and maybe we will uncover a few interesting tricks and try to decode them. I hope this will help all of us in future because I expect more situations like this to come. I don't want to focus only on the solutions proposed by the creators of Star Citizen, but mainly on the communication they are using. I just find it more interesting. As always, I am counting on an engaging discussion in the comments, so let's get started. And yeah, here we have a post by Xylo CIG, Flight Blade feedback update, and what is interesting, as we see, first section, we have information about this that in Star Citizen everything what is in the Pledge Store eventually will be also available in-game, which everyone knows. So, why CIG decided to put this information on the first section of this post? This is interesting, really. But, in my opinion, this is just a trick. They are setting a rules. They try to lead our focus in the right, for them of course, in the right direction. So this is pretty simple trick. You are in charge, you politely reminding the rules of the game, and you are also setting up the expectations. Another section of these comments, and still nothing about flight blades, nothing about all of this drama. But this is very important part of this post, because CIG wants you to know how much they done in the past to make this game better. Yeah, we are pushing 11 patches this year instead of 4, we are crushing more bugs than ever, and so on and so forth, to make Persistent Universe a better experience for everyone. So they are trying to tell you that you have right now all of these patches, all of this gameplay, all of these new features, and so on and so forth. So it's not the case of couple of items sold in the Pledge Store. They are doing much more for this game, and it's reasonable, but to be honest, a game is still pretty buggy. Game is still sometimes not playable. I really appreciate a pretty nice performance in this patch, but still, this game is not perfect. This is first thing. Second thing, they are not doing this for free. They are doing all of this for money. This game is selling chips and every other stuff in Pledge Store. Without this game, selling all of this will be pointless. So yeah, CIG is doing a job and they have money for this job. This is normal. This is nothing super special and nothing we need to be thankful. But what is also very interesting and, to be honest, infuriating, at least for me, this. They are working in haste, yeah? And in moving that fast, we missed a step. Yeah, they are working a lot, they are making changes a lot, of course, that's great. But because of this, they don't mistake on selling flight blades and bombs and other stuff on Pledge Store? I don't understand this. This is nice excuse. It sounds great, yeah. CIG mentioned all of these patches and all of these bug fixes to make us happy and thankful, and then they are talking to us that because of this fast moving and all of this haste, they missed a step. First thing, choosing what items will be in the Pledge Store is not developers' work, this is marketing department's work. This is the first thing. Doing patches and thrashing bugs in-game has nothing to do with decisions made by marketing to sell some crap on the Pledge Store. So this is only excuse. In my opinion, this decision was bad. This decision was made for purpose, probably because they want to test us again and try just make more money for the project, okay? But in the same time, they showed us they are not believing in community and they want to get new features for a couple of months and then they will put these flight blades and these bombs in the game, but first they need to make some money. That was their decision. How much people is involved in making such decisions? No one could predict this backlash? That was so freaking obvious. The same thing we had with Argo ATLS not so long ago. How much? 8-9 months ago? This is the same thing. Okay, let's go to the next section. Finally, we have some feedback about flight blades. So this is important, so I try to read this. To be clear, the new flight blades will be obtainable for Alpha UEC in our next patch this June. So this is the same case like with Argo ATLS. They done the same thing. They put a little mech with overpowered tractor beam. Previously, handheld tractor beams was nerfed, and ATLS was the only way to move the biggest boxes, you know, this type of shit. And they backtrack and they put this ATLS in the next patch. If I remember correctly, that was 3.24.2 patch, probably. I don't really remember, but you know this is the same thing. Now we will get flight blades in 4.1.2 probably. In June. Next thing, we followed our usual approach by offering early access on the Pledge Store to help support development. And no, this is not usual approach because it's not about ships, not about vehicles. It's about components. Previously, if they created a new weapon for ship, or for example for player, new armor or something like this, yes, we had this stuff on Pledge Store, but in the same time we had the same stuff or very similar stuff, at least in stats, also in game. So it's a not usual approach. This is bullshit. And now, but after some reflection, we decided that for smaller components like flight blades or bomb racks, they should be available in-game at the same time they appear on the store. So, business as usual. This is correct approach, at least for me, because I know some of you and some of content creators don't like at all to have components in Pledge Store. And I understand this. I don't really know if it's good for me or not. I'm tired and I don't care, to be honest, but maybe you will change my mind, so please tell me in the comment what do you think about this. But this is very important. We really need to remember this because this is declaration. I don't know, please do a screenshot and it probably will be very useful in the future. So we have some declarations here. So as we see in this section, we have some manipulations that need to compare the flight blades and bombs with ships they sold first on Pledge Store and then in the game for Alpha UEC, and then declaration about changing their mind, which is just returning to the normal ways they developed all the stuff on the Pledge Store and in the game. Next thing, the choice has and should always be yours. If you want to support the project early on, you can, but it's not required. Of course, it's not required. We know this. But why they are telling this? First thing, they are admitting we have some options. It's our choice. They are raising a little bit positive emotions, telling something like this. And in the end, they are reminding us we can still support the game. We can give them more money. It's just selling technique in my opinion. If you are on the game package, you will able to pick up this in-game currency, blah blah blah. Everything we know already, and this is more important. And for future gameplay, kit introductions, we will ensure these items are obtainable in-game on day 1. So, another declaration, we need to remember this. And the last section, it's only thanking for feedback, especially the constructive feedback, which is always important. If it's honest, I appreciate this, but in my opinion, this section have also another target, just to show respect for community, to raise more positive emotions, because they want to de-escalate the situation, de-escalate all of this drama and put out the PR fire. But what is also very important in this section, every time some type of drama, maybe not in this case, but some type of criticism will appear, for example on Spectrum or even on YouTube or Reddit, and the topic is polarizing a community, always some players or users are appearing and telling you that you are in minority, other people will still buying all of this crap and making more money for CIG because you are just complaining, you are just crying about something, and your criticism is not important at all. But as we see, even CIG are admitting that our criticism and our feedback is important, because it is important. We are the customers. Even if we're talking about Spectrum, of course, on Spectrum there is only little part of all Star Citizen players. But still, if someone is doing marketing research, this amount of players will be enough as research sample. Especially since Spectrum has only real, registered players, not anonymous accounts from Reddit or YouTube. Please tell me in the comment what do you think about this feedback. I'm very curious. And now finally I am going to make hopefully fun and engaging gameplay video for you. So stay tuned and subscribe this channel because it will help me a lot. And as always, thanks for watching, have a great day and bye bye.